Hey, I'm Gavin James, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I want to congratulate you, Alan Walker, dude. That track is amazing. Tired. I was just with Alan Walker, and like, it's amazing, like doing a collaboration with an artist like that. But I think the best part too is that you're his first male vocalist.
Yeah, yes, it's mad. Like it's pretty cool. He got onto me with the track. I had read it with some of my friends, and then he just took it and just made it into something totally different than I would have expected, and it's amazing. I love what he did. It's epic.
Did you guys actually get to go into the studio together, or this was all like online?
Back and forth, all online, back and forth. So I will meet him very soon.
Nice.
I think we're meeting hopefully next time I'm in Los Angeles, which is very soon.
Nice. That'd be cool. How did that introduction really happen for you guys?
You know, he's with the same label with Azus in Europe, and he's with Sony in Europe, and then yeah, it just kind of gradually he heard the song and loved it, and then he brought it away for like a month, and then I was like dying to hear it, and then somebody gave a sample, and I was like, oh, amazing. So it was really cool, and then he sent on the full thing, and I was just like, whoa, he seems like an awesome dude, so I can't wait to meet him soon.
Right, that's so cool. That's so cool. Now this tour right now, your first like North American like headliner, right?
Yeah.
What's it been like so far? You have the lineup seems really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have Corda Overstreet. He's playing the majority of it, and my buddy Mark Sibilia, he's awesome. He's the guy with the big puffy hair. Yeah. And he sounds like Bruce Springsteen. He's got an amazing voice. He's actually done it's this third tour he's done with me. He came with me to Ireland about 2 years ago, and then we did the first kind of headline tour I ever did in the States. Yeah. Well, it was with him. He played with me on that one too. So he's just a buddy. He's a lovely guy, and his voice is crazy good. Same with Cord. Cord is actually doing it right now. Right. He's sound checking right now. He's amazing. So yeah, it's great to have two cool lads on the bill. It's really nice.
You've been doing some big shows back home, arena shows. Yeah, how different is it coming here and actually being the one in charge of the show?
Yeah, well, the ones back home are kind of a different animal completely. It's kind of just like so you can't really talk as much. Whereas if you do the El Rey or do I love the I was played here once before, about a year ago maybe, or 2 years ago. It was a support kind of thing, and I forgot how it was really big. It's a big spot, so I was like walked in, I was like, oh, do I know that many people in LA? But yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. It's just such a vast difference between like the bigger shows, because all I can really say in the bigger shows is like, hello Dublin, like, and then this one you can talk.
You can whisper.
You can talk forever. It's amazing. That's what I've loved about these shows. Like the set usually is an hour and 15 minutes, and then when you do these shows, it can be like 2 hours just because I talk way too much. And I talk very fast, which sometimes isn't ideal. Yeah. But yeah, it's so much fun because I get to just talk to everybody. It's really comfortable because it's just me and a guitar. And if I mess up, it's my fault. So like, it's great. It's really fun. So I love playing over here. And everywhere is different in the States too. It varies from crowds. Yeah. Like, it can be real quiet, and then very kind of Irish-ish. Like, you go to Boston. Boston and Chicago are very similar. It's kind of like, not many Irish people come to the shows too much over here, but just you get the vibe of Irish, because Boston Irish, and you get people are just like rowdy, and you're just like, sing, and it's great when you hear them sing. It's really cool. But
that's very cool. Now I've noticed that you tend to promote, not really promote, but you care a lot about anti-bullying campaigns. Yeah. Why is anti-bullying, out of everything out there, like, why is that so important for you?
Well, it's really important because I got lots of nieces and nephews and stuff back home. My brother has like all the kids in the world, so I'd hate for something. I just want to be like a little bit of a voice for them, so if they're in school and they feel like they need to talk to somebody, they can talk to me. Right. But also, I had a really rough time in school when I was growing up in Dublin, and I kind of wish that I was older when I was younger. I wish that I was out of school, and it's not something that I think I'd wish on anybody, because it's the worst thing in the world. It takes a long time to get your confidence back, and I'm lucky I found music, and I found really good friends through music, and I kind of left school with a big happy head on me. I was fine. Yeah. But a lot of people just go through it, and it's very hard to come out of it. They just kind of turn into a shell. Right. And I thought the more you talk about it, the more you talk about anything, the better you feel. The more I just tried to, hopefully, if somebody went through something that I went through, or something similar, or somebody is going through some bullying, just talk about it. It's the hardest. It's a really hard thing to get over. It sticks with you for a very long time. Right. So that's why I love I talk about it all the time, because I know a lot of kids come to the shows, and they come with their parents and stuff, and sometimes in Ireland you get the kids that come up after the gig, and they come up to you, and then the mom is like, he's like 10 or something like that, and the mom said the song may have helped a little bit. It's kind of it's good. Really good. It's awesome. Yeah, it's full circle. It's nice when stuff like that happens, but yeah, it's just that they talk about it. Nobody really talks about it enough in Ireland anyway. But they do. There's a lot of things that do help the cause, but if I can in any way help it more, then it's only a plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. It's awesome. Yeah, it's full circle. It's kind of it's nice when stuff like that happens, but yeah, it's just that they talk about it enough in Ireland anyway. But they do. There's a lot of things that do help the cause, but if I can in any way help it more, then it's only a plus.
Now, you said that kind of ruined your confidence. Is that something that also affected you when you decided to start doing music? Like, was it harder to hit a stage and be in front of people?
Yeah, I was very young, man. I was like 10, 11, 12, 13. And then when I was 14, I really, really got into music. And I was just super into it. And then I locked myself in my room and just learned to play guitar, learned to sing. And then I went on Grafton Street, which is like be kind of like, what's that place? I don't know. It's like a little street that you busk on, you play on the street. Cool. So I played in the street for
3rd Street here in Santa Monica, for example.
Kind of like that. So you play in the street. It was yeah, pretty much like Venice Beach, kind of without the beach. Okay. But yeah, so I did that for ages. I used to skip school, go do that with my friends, and then my friends that I had then are pretty much my friends now. So it's that's how I got out of it. More so, I got my confidence through music, and then when I was in school, I just didn't really care too much anymore about what people thought. I was just kind of walking around. I was like, eh.
You knew what you were worth.
And then eventually, I got a bit of a sense of humor, and I was just funnier than the guy that was annoying me. And also, I got really big. My head got bigger, and I was just like, I could just.
Who's talking smack?
I'll sit on you. It was fine. It turned out fine. But and then I left school, and then gradually, just like I did pub gigs and stuff, and I was just put into social situations where I was kind of. Like a little ginger butterfly, you know, it's like floating around. But no, it's definitely something that sticks with you for a long time in the back of your head, you know. And then it's a hard one to even comprehend if you know something like that. But yeah, anybody who is going through something like that, there's always an end to it eventually. Always. Whether you finish school, just it's a big world, you know. It's a big move somewhere. Go travel the world, do all that stuff while you still can.
Now you mentioned you kind of found music through that. Your vocals, your voice is amazing. So is that something that you learned on your own, like how to sing the way that you do, or did you actually end up like you started getting so serious with music that you started taking like vocal lessons or you know, instructions to do that?
Nah, kind of like, you know how I did it? I did it pub gigs. I played in Irish pubs for 4 years. So I went from when I left school I was like 17 when I finished school, and then when I was 17 the summer off I was finished school completely, and I went to college, but I kind of didn't go to college because I was doing gigs in between. So I did like 7 gigs a week for nearly 4 years. Wow. So it was like really late 4-hour gigs, 3-hour gigs. Wow. And I started off, I didn't have any high voice, I just kind of shouted a little bit. So eventually I realized that if I shout, I lose my voice very quick. So then I trial and error I learned how to sing through just being really, really bad. And then eventually being less bad. And then, by the end of it, I kind of found out how I could work my voice and how to do it from here to here to here to there. And I just used it every day when I left school, and then eventually I just kind of found what I should sound like, and then kind of used that and tried to make that the best I could do, more or less.
It sounds amazing. I like I said, I dig the voice. Let's jump into Bitter Pill. That's the debut album. You recorded that London and LA. Yeah. Why did you choose to do 2 different places? Was it depending on the song? Was it depending on the producer? Like, what was the deal with that?
You know, I recorded most of it with my buddy Cam Blackwood in London, and Fraser T. Smith in London as well. And I was just on tour constantly while we were recording it. I was just one of the songs from I did a live album too. Mm-hmm. So one of the songs from that live album, which is a cover, which is The Book of Love, kind of went on radio in kind of mainland Europe and stuff like that. So it kind of went big. So I was like recording the album, I was like, yo, you gotta come over here and do this, do that gig. So I was home in London for a day, and then I got brought over to the States. So I'm with Capitol Records, and then from when we signed with Capitol Records, we're doing gigs over here, touring, and in between that I was kind of finishing it off. So we're in Los Angeles, like, let's just do like a verse. And then I'd be like, Gav, you have to be here. It's like, okay. And then like I'd be in like New York and be like, Gav, you need to get this verse. And I'd be like, okay, do the verse. Do another gig. So it was kind of like pretty much just like this. Like,
that's a lot of work.
Very flamboyant. But it was fun. It was a good way of doing it. Like, it was fun. We had most of it done. By the time everything got really busy, we were just kind of tweaking everything by the end of it. So in Los Angeles, we just did mostly vocals and stuff.
How did you go about your writing for the record? Did you just learn to write yourself? Like, have you? Yeah,
I kind of just, when I was younger, I started wrote songs, and then not really a lot you can write about when you're 13. It's like no mad thoughts came into my head. Yeah. So I just kind of gradually started learning and writing. And then I wrote my first kind of song that I thought was okay, and I was kind of proud of. And I don't play it anymore, but I kind of went from that, and I was like, let's make that song better, and then let's make the next one better, and the next one better. So it kind of took me a long time to kind of write the way I wanted to write. And then the Bitter Pill album kind of just was a body of like 2 years of touring, more or less, which is why we did the live album before it, because it was 2 years of touring, and I just thought people are coming to the gigs. This was an all natural kind of word of mouth kind of grind it out,
Right.
and it was a natural rise. So I thought everybody's heard the songs the way they are right now, so I just did the live album. It's just really stripped back acoustic electric guitar. That's it. So it's all the songs are just pretty much a body of work since I was maybe 18 until 22 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've experienced a lot more shows since the album dropped. Did those shows really change the way that you think about new music now?
Yeah, you know, I kind of I did the second album's gonna be a lot different. Like I've written loads of songs for, so I have to like whittle them down to kind of find out which ones are good. But I've been trying them out at gigs and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's totally different than the first.
Different in one sense, the sound, maybe the maturity in the lyrics, like.
Yeah, I've been through a lot more. My life's totally changed compared to what I was writing about for the first time. Like I'm just happy now. So like the super sad songs, I was still always happy, but like super sad songs, and then I'm just happier now. So the songs are much more upbeat, and not all of them are upbeat, because that'd be a lie. Because you'll hear tonight, if you're staying tonight, there's like some sad, really sad songs. But so I'm not like
So depressing.
so depressing. So literally like, if we it'd be mad, it'd be crazy. But like it's like it's a bit different. It's a bit more kind of soul-y, Van Morrison-y kind of simple, stripped back, more so kind of a mix between the Bitter Pill album and the Bitter Pill live album. So it's a blend of them two with just totally different songs.
That's cool.
More or less. So I'm just trying to make it as nice to listen to, and you know, some records you just hear it's a wall of sound.
Yeah.
I just want it to be a bit more.
You can actually tell like what's what.
I want to be able to like, oh, that piano was nice, and there's a little loud tune, but that's cool. Like I just want to make it so it's like that.
So in a way, you're kind of experimenting a little more.
Yeah, I want to make, because we were messing around with one of the tracks and like doing it live, and then it sounded much more energetic. So I'm trying to mash the two together, kind of have it live, and then also have the kind of big sound that the Bitter Pill kind of record had, which was wall of soundy, but.